Hello you guys, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. This week I'm going to be showing you what life is like in Portland now that we've officially been here for 1 month. And also I really want to get into trying new hobbies. Moving here and not really knowing anybody, I've had a lot of time to be a little bit more introspective, focus on myself, and I really want to get into trying new hobbies. So I have a couple things planned this week that I'm so excited about. But yeah, come along for the ride. You guys, I am in the best mood. It's sunny for the second day in a row here in Portland. And we also just got our dining room table. So I will be probably sitting here from here on out. I won't be moving because I'm so happy to have this right now. I feel like it's starting to make our place feel a little bit more like home, which I'm really happy about, which I think will happen slowly but surely once we get all of our furniture in. But yeah, today we got some errands. So come with me. Let's go explore Portland a little bit, go run our errands. I have a glass here that was already cracked or chipped that I needed to go exchange, so let's go. Also, I have this cute little tote bag from Saison, and honestly, you could bury me in everything Saison. It is my favorite store by far. I just want everything from there. I know we talked about being conscious about spending and not wanting to buy everything, but oh, that store has me in a chokehold. Okay, you guys, I have not driven in about 3.5 weeks, almost 4 weeks. And honestly, when I was in LA, I was like, I never have to drive again. I'd be so happy if I never stepped foot in a car again because I just got so tired of driving from place to place since that's just kind of what you have to do in LA. But right now, I am living large. I am driving, I'm blasting music. There's something that hits so different about blasting music and belting out a song that you really like in the car. It honestly just feels so freeing. And it's so fun. So yeah. And on a sunny day, how could it get any better right now? We were in Lake Oswego right now, and you guys, I know there's more to Portland than downtown and Lake Oswego, but I really wanted to go to this park. If you guys have recommendations for parks, happy to take them, but this is the only one that I've been to / know right now. I also haven't really done any research, but last time I came here, it was so stunning and picturesque, and I know all the trees aren't really in bloom right now, but I kind of was curious to see what it's like over here in the winter. It is so humbling to be out here with a tripod trying to film something. I'm just trying to film a reel right now, and I told myself that I was gonna do it no matter how uncomfortable it would make me feel, because I definitely knew that I would get self-conscious filming in front of people, because I'm kind of used to this kind of filming now, but trying to take videos and take a photo with a literal tripod out, I feel is another level. But I am happy that I did it. I just went to a place called Cure, and to my knowledge they have the best acai bowls and smoothies in Portland, but look at that. Honestly, it's 70 degrees right now. I was craving a smoothie / acai bowl so bad, and it's hitting the spot. Let's get a perfect bite. Real talk though, peanut butter makes everything taste better. It's just a fact. The vibe in Portland is so different when it's sunny. The guy gave me the acai bowl and was like, enjoy the sun. I was like, I will. I am thriving right now. Now that we replaced our cup at Crate & Barrel, I wanted to go to this plant store downtown, and you'll guys see it. I've been here once before, a few months ago, but it's super cute, and hopefully we can find a couple little plants. Planting with Megan, again at my favorite table. I had a Monstera and I tried propagating it and it did not work. We have 2 new plants that we're going to plant into these pots. This is a peperomia, no idea what that means, but it's so cute. And this one is a Schefflera for all you plant lovers. Okay, the soil is dry AF. I had to change because it's so hot in this apartment. Tank top it is. I have these little mini gardening tools that I'm gonna use. I don't know if it's as you age, you just start wanting to do very wholesome hobbies. But I used to think people who enjoyed plants and were super into plant care were kind of lame. And then I got my first plant and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And now people probably think I'm weird. But I feel like as we get older, it's so important to have hobbies that you can do with friends, but also by yourself. As you guys know, I'm in my introvert era. And I'm not mad about it. Obviously, I think part of that comes from living in a new city and like not knowing that many people. But I honestly was just kind of craving it. I've never had anything like this that I'm kind of experiencing right now, where I have like no plans, new city, new me, new year. I mean, it's a new year basically still. I feel like I'm kind of rediscovering myself in a sense. Sometimes you need to have that alone time to figure out what you like to do and what hobbies you want to pursue, versus if things tend to be centered around other people, like your friends, your family, which serves its own purpose, but it's fun doing things alone. I literally never understood why people enjoyed being alone until moving here, and I'm like, oh, it's so peaceful. I actually enjoy my own company, but I never, like I've mentioned this before, I just never wanted to be alone ever. I feel like I keep getting surprised by little treasures recently. It's kind of funny how life works that way, because yesterday I was kind of down on myself. I started comparing myself to other people, and I kind of started feeling like I didn't have enough, which I don't like that mentality, and I really try not to think that way. But I started out the day on social media, which is like my number one thing of what I know I shouldn't do. But it was crazy because all day I was kind of just having an off day. I wasn't being super productive. I was kind of down on myself, and I was like, you know what? It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna go on a walk. So I went for a walk, and when I came home, I had 2 packages, and I didn't order anything. One was this beautiful vase from Heath, and then today my neighbor brought over a bouquet of flowers as a welcome for us moving here, and a bottle of champagne. So that was another really sweet gesture. So I kind of cut down these flowers and put it in this vase. I also got like a charcuterie board as a gift. I just felt like they were like little signs of kindness, and they made my day, especially like the day that I was having. It wasn't anything like horrible or anything, but I was just like not having the best day. And so getting those things, even getting the bouquet of flowers today, I was just like, man, there's so many like sweet people out there. I feel like if you put optimism out into the world and positivity, I feel like it's just kind of reflected back to you, and you're just gonna like get the same, and it can kind of be reciprocated. I just wanted to share that with you guys because obviously I'm human too, and like I definitely feel negative thoughts sometimes and feelings, but I still feel like there's a lot of good out in the world, and I feel like I've kind of been receiving little treasures and little gifts the last couple days that have just like made me so happy and so grateful. So with that said, we have to go put our little plants somewhere. Is this not the cutest little plant holder though? I got it, little stool. I just got invited to go on a run with a run club tonight, and I'm so excited. I've never joined a run club before. It's something that I've always wanted to do, but sometimes I feel like it could be a little bit intimidating going into those things, because in my head, I feel like everybody who's a part of a run club is super experienced and like a super fast runner. And I definitely enjoy running, but I also go at a pretty consistent and slower pace. And so because of that, I've kind of like talked myself out of going to some of these run clubs in the past. But I'm going with a friend. It'll be such a good way to meet new people and maybe make new friends. Also, I think the route is through downtown Portland. I heard it's gonna be a pretty route. Maybe we go by the water, I'm not sure. But I'm really excited. Because I've been wanting to try new hobbies, I really am trying to push myself to get outside of my comfort zone, because when I was growing up, if something would make me uncomfortable or if I wasn't super confident going into it, I like would not want to do it. And so if I'm starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable now, I'm like, lean into that. Lean into the uncomfortable feeling. You can do it. If you don't like it, I don't have to go again. I honestly think I will like it. Like, I think it'll be fun. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of stretching right now to get ready for it, because running outdoors can kind of make my joints hurt sometimes. Running outdoors is a little bit harder for me than working out on a treadmill, because I think there's less bounce when you're running on concrete. So I'm gonna do a little bit of stretching and a little bit of activation before we go on the run in a couple of hours, and I think I'm just gonna kind of take it easy. It is at 7:30 tonight. It's 5:30 right now, and it's a little late for what I'm used to, because I definitely am a person who works out in the morning, never at nighttime, but never say never, because that's what we're doing tonight. head out in 10 minutes to go on the run tonight, but apparently it's lightly raining outside. And this is when I'm not really prepared for Portland weather because like I am so ill prepared for when there's rain. I did actually just find where our umbrella is. That's good, but I'm not gonna be running with an umbrella. So this sweatshirt is the only thing that's gonna be keeping me warm tonight. And then I'm gonna bring this Lululemon little fanny pack. First things first, I always bring Aquaphor with me everywhere I go. My keys, and we're ready to go. Also, duh, I need my phone and I need my camera. The two most important things. I decided to go black hoodie because it makes me feel a little bit more put together, but I'm getting picked up in 2 minutes. Last night was the run club and it was so fun. I've never done a run club before. I would say there were probably around 70 people who ended up joining, and I guess the Nike Run Club hosts it every single Tuesday all year round. Rain or shine, no matter what, there's always that run every Tuesday. And they divide it up in 3 groups. There's a walking group, a slower run, and a faster run. We did the one in the middle, so it was more of like the slow run. So we ran 2.5 miles, and it was just really fun being around other people who are all just like running next to you. And normally I'm like not really one to work out late at night, but it didn't even feel any different to me. It just felt so energizing. Like you just kind of fed off the energy of the other people. They played music in the parking lot. Like the energy was just amazing. So if you guys have never done a run club, I definitely would recommend. And it definitely didn't feel intimidating to me. Like everyone was just kind of running at their own pace. And then at the very end, there were different booths. It kind of looked like a very mini farmer's market. Hoka running shoes were there. They brought demos of their shoes so that you can like test out their shoes while we're going on this run. So the Hoka tent was there. There was like some food and drinks and honey stands too. And it just felt very lively. We did end up running alongside the river here and across the bridge, and the views were just gorgeous. It just was super fun. Very happy I did that. Great way to meet people and be social. So let's make a coffee real quick because there was a bug that fell into my coffee this morning. I'm just happy I didn't accidentally drink the bug. Feels so good. Oh, there's no better feeling than when something comes out of the dryer. This mattress actually weighs like 100 pounds. It's so heavy. Today has kind of been like a cleaning, working, editing kind of day. And also look how cute this jacket is. I feel like a literal teddy bear right now. It's so warm and cozy. It feels like I'm wrapped up in a big, heavy blanket, but I love it. Very cozy. But I want to tell you guys what living in Portland has been like and the things that I've kind of noticed the past month living here. But I definitely feel like Portland gets such a bad rap in the media, and there are so many amazing qualities and characteristics about the city of Portland. I was a little bit nervous moving here, honestly, like coming from a very big city like LA, and Portland is pretty small and definitely not out as sunny every single day. But there's so many like cool quirks and characteristics about Portland, like the different neighborhoods. I've never lived in the Pacific Northwest, so to be completely honest, just between the beauty of the nature and the forests and the parks here are just so incredible. Like, I love being in nature, so it's been really fun just being able to like breathe really clean air. You're just surrounded by trees, and so the air just feels so crisp and fresh. But also the food scene here is 10 out of 10. This is something I didn't know about Portland back in 2019 when I first came to visit, and I was blown away by the amount of amazing restaurants and food, like coffee shops here. Because you could go to a mom and pop shop, you could go to a fancy restaurant, they're all amazing. Like, it's genuinely probably one of the best cities for food that I've ever been to. The architecture here is also beautiful. I mean, there's so many brick buildings, and all the different houses in residential neighborhoods just feel like they have so much character to them too. And so just even walking around in different neighborhoods, it's been so fun to me. And I know that sounds kind of minor and maybe not super interesting, but that's something that's given me a lot of joy and appreciation about the city. And then as far as maybe like the more negative characteristics about Portland is that there's definitely a homelessness issue and an opioid crisis going on. And like what you see in the media, like that is true to an extent. I think the first question that I normally get is if I feel safe or not walking around. And I walk around downtown Portland all the time. To be completely honest, I have not felt unsafe once. And that's coming from someone who is always on guard and cautious and I don't like walking around by myself usually. And obviously I still try to avoid walking around late at night by myself, or even if it's dark in the early morning. But in general, just like day to day running errands or whatever, I've never been heckled. I've never been bothered by anybody. One thing though, if you are visiting Portland, is that I don't think you should leave anything in your car. Primarily if you're downtown or like in some busier neighborhoods, because I have heard that there are a lot of break-ins. Luckily, it hasn't happened to us. If you guys have ever wanted to come to Portland, I would highly recommend it. There's so many amazing things that you could do here. And I feel so passionately about it because I am so blown away by the city. As someone who was a California girl, I've just been so happy moving here and living in the Pacific Northwest for the first time. There's just so many great qualities about it. But that's kind of what I've noticed the past few weeks, and I honestly would recommend it if you guys have ever wanted to come to Portland. It's a great city. Bed for approximately 4 hours editing TikToks, and when I'm in bed editing TikTok, I go a little stir crazy, and then I just want to fall asleep and I don't really want to do anything. But Alec just dragged me on bed and we're gonna go on a little walk, and then tonight I have ceramics class and I'm so excited. I have been wanting to take a pottery class for probably over 4 years at this point, but all the classes in LA were literally $1 billion. So I found a good studio here in Portland, so that's what we're gonna do tonight. It's a 2.5 hour class. And I'm stoked. This is the year. In my introvert era, I will be doing new hobbies by myself.
Oh, hey there. Didn't see ya. How's it going?
Vlogger Alec.
Megan was being grumpy. So we're gonna go on an adventure, and you will see what the adventure is. It could be terrible, it could be great, but that's the point of the adventure.
This is what I'm wearing to pottery. I'm just wearing like a white shirt and these kind of raggedy jeans that I've had for a long time. They told me to wear clothes that I don't mind getting dirty or ruined. So this is what I'm wearing. Obviously I'll take off the coat. Let's go. We have an hour and a half till the pottery class. What is the wonderful surprise that we're doing right now?
It's a surprise. I can't tell you or else it wouldn't be a surprise.
Oh, got it. That's code word for he doesn't know. There. So now we're gonna go to Flock, which is basically an indoor market. There used to be a bunch of food trucks in this space, and then the Ritz-Carlton built over. So this is like a designated space, indoor market, for all the food trucks that used to be here, and now they have Flock. And it's been popping. I feel like so many people have been here. I didn't try it earlier, so we're gonna see what it's all about. We are running a little bit late to class, so we are going to be doing a little car mukbang.
Shumai and barbecue pork buns,
Okay.
a staple.
We got shumai and barbecue pork buns. It's probably going to be so hot. Like, straight up, there's no worse feeling than feeling like you're about to be late to first time going to an event, if that makes sense. I was about to leave this food. I was so scared. We're going to be in there 2 minutes before class starts. Luckily, everything in Portland is so close to each other. It's like a perfect combination of sweet and savory. I think I like the shumai more. That was literally the best experience I've ever had in a Sephora. We'll reconvene once we're back at the apartment. I learned so much in that Sephora little run, and sometimes I feel like I go in there and I'm so overstimulated and I like don't know where to go. There's so many different products and everything looks so beautiful, and I'm just not very well versed in the makeup world. You know, I have sensitive skin. I haven't really ventured into that world, but doing makeup is something that I actually really want to get into, and like something that will flatter my skin tone and just like the shape of my face and stuff, because I feel like usually I don't do makeup because I don't know how to do it. And if I put on bronzer or eyeshadow or eyeliner, it just doesn't come out the way I want it to. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got right now. First things first, I got this Hourglass foundation brush, and I was contemplating buying a whole makeup brush set, but I feel like I've done that in the past and I don't use 90% of them, or at least I didn't know how to use them, so I didn't end up using them. And so they just kind of ended up collecting dust, and I was like, I should see if I like it first before going into it, because like they're low-key kind of expensive. I got this Hourglass Soft Glow foundation brush, ambient. This is legit the only makeup brush that I have, and I've been using my hands, but I don't know, your hands get dirty. I just figured it'd be nice to have at least like one foundation brush. And then the woman who was helping me recommended the Patrick Ta foundation, and she said it's pretty lightweight and just applies really, really beautifully. I think my experience has been that like whenever I put on makeup, it's always sometimes it looks too caked on. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull up a photo from my high school days, because I would go get my makeup done for like prom or whatever, and it didn't look bad, but it just looked very caked on for my personal liking. And I thought it looked awesome at the time, but you know, we evolved. But this is actually, that's really beautiful. Hydra Luxe Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. Since I have dry skin, I always like cream foundations. This is really pretty though. When they were testing out the foundations for my skin tone, I learned something that I want to share with you guys. And honestly, and I'm so sorry if this is common knowledge, but they were saying that when you put foundation onto your skin, it gets darker because it oxidizes. And so sometimes I put on my makeup and I think it looks good, and then I look at photos afterwards or video or whatever it is, and like it looks way darker than my neck or like the actual rest of my body, and I'm like, what is going on? But I didn't realize that the foundation oxidizes. I was like contemplating getting eyeshadow too, because I don't have eyeshadow, but one step at a time. They gave me a little gift bag. So I got this in the shade 6 Neutral. This is all I got. That was my little haul, but I'm excited about them. I feel like it's a grown-up purchase. Guys, I'm gonna get good at makeup. I'm going to. Like, the way I do makeup right now is good for everyday kind of stuff. You know, just making sure you're a little put together when you go outside, but I just really want to be, like, good at it. I want to walk out the door if I have a special occasion and just absolutely nail a good makeup look. Such a flex when people can do that. I wanted to give it a little test run and see if it matches my skin tone. I just took off the makeup on the right side of my face, but the left side of my face is the It Cosmetics. Let's see if you can see the difference. I've gone through different stages of life really wanting to get into makeup, but I've just never really had the opportunity to like really learn how to do it for my face shape specifically. There's definitely a lot of technique that goes into putting on makeup, whether you're putting on eyeshadow or just like the shape of your eyes, the shape of your face, and like what's flattering to you specifically. It's just something that I've never learned to do on myself, but I've always wanted to be good at it and like learn what works for me. And there have been some times in the past where I have gotten so overwhelmed at Sephora's and I'm like, I don't even know where to start. There's so many options. So then I get like a couple basic things and then by the time I really use it, they just expire. And so I know this seems like a small hobby, but it really is something that I want to get better at. And it would just be so cool if I knew how to do it on myself. I'm just gonna kind of blend it into the left side too. Honestly, I don't even know the basics of putting on makeup. Like, do I brush like that? Do I pat? I don't know. And I definitely could get online and learn myself. I should probably watch more YouTube videos on it. But this is honestly something that I will learn this year. I'm vouching to myself right now. I will get good at putting on makeup. How cool would that be if I could just like put a wing eyeliner on? That's all I want. I just want to know how to do eyeliner and eyeshadow really well. Let me know what you guys think. I am giving a little pasty right now, but I am pasty. We're in winter in Portland, so I haven't seen the sun too often. And I wear sunscreens, so, but I think it's pretty good. So I put on makeup earlier today, this Patrick Ta foundation that I just got, and does it look too pale on my skin? I also can't tell because my eyes and my mouth are kind of red because, you guys, this morning Alec told me that I was crying in my sleep last night. Like, am I okay? That used to happen to me a lot. And it's usually like when I'm super stressed out. I don't even know. It's genuinely the weirdest thing that I probably do, especially in my sleep. He was like, oh, were you awake in the middle of the night last night? And I was like, no, why? He was like, oh, you like came over and like gave me a hug and like kissed me on the cheek or something like that. And I thought you were awake. I think he came over to give me a hug because I was crying in my sleep. And I was like, that is so weird. Like, I just can't even imagine if I was the other person in the scenario being like just hearing weeping. Just hearing weeping on the other side of the bed, like what? But I went to go work at a coffee shop this morning, which was kind of a nice change of pace because I work from home a lot and it's so fun working at a coffee shop sometimes. So I had a coffee meeting there earlier and I just kind of felt like working there a little bit beforehand. Anyways, I just wanted to put on a little bit more foundation so that the redness would kind of go away. But you guys, do I look so pasty? I guess like I am pasty. It does look even to my chest and my neck, I think. It's kind of hard because my camera is kind of small, so I can't tell. This is the new makeup. Anyways, so if any of you guys cry in your sleep, I'm with you. say that trying out these new hobbies and everything, I get a lot of purpose through my relationships and through work, but I kind of felt like I was missing something. And so trying out these hobbies this past week, it's just been very, very fulfilling. It's felt very meditative, but also very inspiring at the same time, because you're just finding different groups who are kind of motivated and inspired by different things, whether that's running or doing ceramics. Like, all these people are so passionate about it, and I love that stuff. I love when people are passionate about what they're doing. It literally makes me so happy and so excited. It also makes you feel like you're a part of a group, you know? If you guys watch Blue Zones on Netflix, it kind of touches on this, but like being a part of a group literally just makes you feel more involved in life and makes you feel like you're a part of something. And honestly, learned a lot about myself this past week, like just trying new things and being open to failure, like not being good at something or running slow, being bad at ceramics. Like, I just honestly went into it with no pressure. I was like, whatever happens, happens. And it was super, super fun. That is it for this week's video. I hope it inspired you to try something new, whether that's ceramics, reading, joining a run club, getting better at your makeup. Like, whether it's big or small, I feel like having hobbies is actually so fun. And this week definitely felt very fulfilling. So let me know in the comments if you guys are doing any hobbies right now or are planning on doing any in the near future. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you guys like this video, and I will see you guys next week.